K1007.
Give me a text, 35192. AlanCoxShow.com. You can watch live there. Mary in the studio today.
What?
Back here in the friendly confines. Cavaliers win last night here at home. 10 points, 118 to 108 over the Clippers. Nothing tonight, but then they'll be back across the street to play the lowly Detroit Pistons. 7 o'clock tomorrow night. 6:30 pregame begins here on MMS and on the iHeartRadio app. If, in fact, you listen to us on the app from out of state, tell me where you do that, because I like to know where people are listening on the app. We're up to a total of 757 bureau chiefs, people all throughout North America. Chelsea is one of our Canadian bureau chiefs. She listens in Peterborough, Ontario. Craig is a new listener in Naples, Florida. That's on the Gulf side, I believe. Jeff the Trucker is in Yuma, Arizona. Tim's in Grand Rapids. Ken listens in Charlotte. Stevie Joe and Josh are bureau chiefs in St. Louis. And we have a lot of people in Oklahoma. It's been a wild couple of weeks for Oklahoma. They're trying to get furries banned. They're trying to make it illegal to sext your boyfriend and girlfriend. They want to make sure that you're married before you start doing that. Did you see the dash cam video of the Stady that gets hit? Have you seen this? Okay, watch this. If you're watching the live stream, it is bananas. So a trooper pulls a woman over.
I think we got to...
What do I have to do?
I don't even think I have it.
I don't have to play it.
Hold on.
If it's a whole thing, I don't have to play it. People can just Google Oklahoma trooper.
I can set it up. Hold on.
Does he live?
This thing.
He does live. It's unbelievable that no one got hurt. This guy pulls a woman over, and you can hear him. I'll kind of walk you through it before I play it. And you hear him go back to the car. You know, he's on the passenger side of this SUV. And he goes, okay, well, your license is suspended. And it's hard to hear him over the traffic noise. They're on the highway, pulled off to the side. Are we good?
Yeah.
And he goes, you're suspended. I'm not going to take you to jail, but I can't let you drive out of here. And as he says that, a car, not paying attention, sideswipes the driver's side of the car. So the car that hits this one rolls over, just catapults the trooper into the dirt.
Wait.
Apparently nobody got hurt.
Did you drag it up?
I did.
Don't drag it up.
Don't drag it up.
Play it from your screen in the middle.
Okay.
Like, play it from that screen. Yeah, like that.
That one. Okay. Because we're on a delay here?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll play this here for you.
Okay, that took a long time.
So you just FYI, you'll see a white semi go by, and then you'll see a gray semi go by, and boom, this other car hits this one.
So here's the car guy. You're suspended. Okay, I'm not taking you to jail. Let you drive off.
And it takes him about 10 seconds to kind of compose himself, and he goes, hey, I just get hit by a car. But it's bananas.
So that guy was trying to get off on that exit, or?
362 City, I was just hit by a car.
I just think that the guy wasn't paying attention. The dude in the black SUV that sideswipes this car. Nobody got hurt. The trooper's fine. The woman in the car is okay. Unbelievably, because that black SUV that hits them rolls.
Okay, that took a long time.
And this is his dash cam.
It's crazy.
The state trooper.
Okay, I'm not taking you to jail. Let you drive off.
How are you not paying attention, though?
People are on their phones.
Man, no.
Always, yeah.
That person should be in jail for a long time. Like, especially, like, even if you're drunk, you could say that you were drunk, and that's your reason for doing that. But not paying attention to that degree is ridiculous.
So I don't need to, I don't think that, oh, there it is. Okay, there was a delay there.
Yeah.
So I don't need to do anything then.
No, I have it on a channel over here.
Okay.
I do need to adjust something so I can actually see it. I just kind of have to blind.
That is pretty
put
wild,
it on
though.
Channel 7. Yeah, that's nuts.
It took off half the car, though. I don't understand how. That's not a side swipe. A side swipe is you got a little scrape on the side. You might lose a side mirror. That literally indented the entire side of the car.
Yeah.
So I don't know how someone didn't get hurt.
Well, they didn't. Alan, what do you call a cop who gets hit by a truck? Bacon bits. I get it. I understand what you're doing there. Maybe they have foisted House on all of us because I got a lot of texts from people in the break who are all watching House again.
I just think
on the Roku channel. Or,
I don't think it was anywhere for a while, and now it's on, I guess, Roku and Hulu and Amazon, and people are eating it up.
I think that they canceled it. It was on the bubble for a minute, but it ran for a couple of seasons. If you like Hugh Laurie, he was in a great, bone dry comedy. But there was a sci-fi show on HBO called Avenue 5 that he was in about these people that are on this, intergalactic space travel.
Planetary.
Well, right. But it's like this, space cruise for the elite. And they find out that, they run out of food or something. I don't know. But it's a very funny show. If you like really, really dry comedy. It's got Zach Woods, from Veep and The Office and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that trooper crash is wild. Now, if you had doxed a cemetery on your 2024 bingo card, do you have this in Perez? I don't want to step on it.
No.
If you had doxed a cemetery on your 2024 bingo card, you can check that off. Apparently, there's been a beef going on between Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion. Are you on top of this, Poundcake?
Yes.
Okay. Because somebody which one of them did a diss track?
It was Megan first, apparently. Megan Thee Stallion did a diss track on her album the song is called Hiss.
Hiss.
And then Nicki Minaj.
And it was against Nicki Minaj.
I guess there's a line in there that references Nicki Minaj.
Right.
And then Nicki Minaj hits back with a diss track called Bigfoot. And
against Megan Thee Stallion?
Yeah.
Because she's tall?
Well, that and it's Bigfoot, get up on your good foot, because she apparently got
shot by Tory Lanez.
Yeah, in her foot.
Okay. So they're just kind of ribbing each other, or they actually dislike it?
Who knows? It's probably all contrived anyways.
But I agree with you, but it's also kind of tough, too, because Nicki Minaj, she's 41 now. So you're not like the cool, young, hip thing anymore. So you have to stay. Again, she's not Madonna.
It doesn't matter. Everyone takes hits at Nicki Minaj. Lil' Kim did it. Remy Ma did it.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Those
Cardi B
are older women in the business. And when Nicki Minaj was young, they were taking shots at her, and vice versa. But now, Cardi B's younger, Megan Thee Stallion,
but Nicki Minaj is
Saweetie, all these girls, they're younger.
She still outsells
fresher.
them combined, though.
Well, anyway, you can't control your fan base, but you'd kind of hope that your fans would... Actually, all bets are off when it comes to social media and fan bases, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why people are very, very careful to say anything negative about Taylor Swift in public, because the Swifties or the Bayhive.
I remember I almost got
with Beyonce.
I remember I almost got suspended off of Twitter for making fun of Taylor Swift.
Suspended off Twitter.
This was back when it was Twitter. This was
back when they cared about people saying things.
Yeah, I called
untoward.
I called Taylor Swift an attention-seeking ass bitch, and that she won't let Ed Sheeran get her moment. And the Swifties came after me.
But how would
reporting me?
But how would the fans get you suspended from Twitter?
Because they watch. You can follow. I don't know if I hashtag something, but I think if you just say Taylor Swift's name.
If you just type in Taylor Swift's name,
you
can. Yeah.
And if they type in Taylor Swift, you see all the tweets regarding Taylor Swift, whether it's hashtagged or not. And when I said that, I called her attention-seeking ass bitch, and they came after me. It was.
No,
me.
Isn't that an attention-seeking move to call her out?
No, because every single award show this isn't even about Taylor Swift, but I understand what you're talking about, Alan, because...
But, to comment on it is attention-seeking. Also, she's an entertainer, so why wouldn't you want to seek attention?
Because it wasn't her moment. Ed Sheeran was winning. He won a Grammy for, I forget what song it was, and they, instead of panning to Ed Sheeran, they... panned to Taylor Swift, and she's jumping up and down oh my God. I'm like,
so her celebrating her friend.
Can you not let Ed Sheeran have his moment?
But also,
it's his moment.
She doesn't control the camera.
Yeah, she doesn't know where they're going to pan.
And that's exactly it. The Swifties were like, why can't she be happy? I was like, every single friend she's happy for. She couldn't just give him a hug or something. She had to jump up and down and do a swirl. And
you're mad that she was excited.
Yes, because every single
And a camera that she didn't know
she
and
knew
wasn't in
it was
control
on.
of.
She knew it
Oh,
was on
shut
her.
up. You're
Should
the
she have
worst.
sat
Shut
at
up.
Should she have sat at the award show stone faced when her friend
Yes.
wins?
They still would have put a camera on her because she's Taylor
You
Swift.
could have clapped and be
But
like,
then
yes,
the
oh my
story
God.
would have been Taylor Swift sour face when Ed Sheeran wins.
Well, if they overexpose her, then I'm going to tweet what I want. So
Anyway,
I don't care.
That's fine. This must have been pre-Musk Twitter. Because
It was. This
Oh,
was
yeah.
back
it's
in
a free-for-all now. They don't care what anybody
like
says.
2014, 2013. I don't
Okay.
remember.
Anyway, Nicki Minaj, who is still crazy hot, she's going back and forth with Megan Thee Stallion. And Nicki Minaj fans, I don't know what they're called.
Barbs.
Barbs.
Right,
Yes.
Cody?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
The Barbs doxed the cemetery where Megan Thee Stallion's mom is buried.
What does
Yo.
doxed mean?
You put the information, it comes from documents.
Yeah.
Like when you
Oh.
put the information out on people.
Yeah.
So Megan Thee Stallion's mom died in 2019 after a battle with brain cancer.
Oh my gosh.
And Nicki Minaj's fans posted the location and the address. I don't know why you do that, but again, it's a free-for-all when it comes to fans. Or it might reflect poorly on the artist. I'm sure she can't. She's probably not okay with that. But the Barbs found, there it is, found where Megan Thee Stallion's mom's grave is. And told people to go desecrate her mom's grave.
no.
I mean, that's kind of weird.
It's gross.
I don't know why you do that. Hey, go desecrate this woman's grave. But that is an odd way to go about it. There's been no comment from Nicki Minaj's people. But again, just when you think we've passed a wild year, it's going to stay wild. And hopefully they can figure it all out. I was completely unaware of said beef until I saw the story. And
People are saying Nicki Minaj is coked out.
coked out.
That's what they're saying.
Is it her or
Is that
Cardi
why you're
B
such
that's
a big fan of her?
Me? I like Nicki Minaj. Like, she just has hits and she just flow. Like any beat that she gets on, like the Bottoms Up with Trey Songz.
That's such a good song. That's still one of my hype up songs to this day.
Every verse that she's like featured on, she kills it. And you can't play any of these because they're super like vulgar, but it's just she's it. Like there's a song that she has with Sierra called "I'm Out," and she kills it. So I'm a fan of her wordplay and her alliteration and all that stuff. Just the way that she flows, I enjoy it. I haven't seen another rapper out now that can compete with her in that aspect. Hit number ones, all the hits, the tours, the sales.
But she's married to a sex offender too, right? So people.
But that has nothing to do with her talent. That's her
No, but I'm
personal
just saying
life.
it's easy to take shots at somebody who like knowingly engages in that. That's not a case of Taylor Swift didn't know a camera was on her. You don't accidentally marry a sex offender. I mean, that's an easy shot to take on somebody, by the way. And you've
people still take it.
invited that shot.
Because everybody probably has dirt. Like she.
But you've invited that shot. You can't get mad when people take shots at you for marrying a registered sex
I
offender.
don't even think she gets mad anymore.
But that was part of the diss track.
Here's a
Taking
question I
shots at
have.
her husband.
Cody, you're going to know more than I will. And again, I'm getting this information mostly from the movie 8 Mile. Why are diss tracks a thing instead of just being like, fine, you want to see who the better rapper is? Let's go head to head in a rap battle. Or is that only exist in the movie 8 Mile? Because like
It's
Eminem
called a
and
cypher. It's more underground artists
Okay.
that do stuff like that.
because Eminem and MGK did this a couple years ago, where they were going back and forth with diss
Yeah,
tracks.
but they're like huge celebrities, and they don't have the ability to just meet up someplace.
But they could. Why not?
they could.
If they
Because-
announced one date at Madison Square Garden where they're going to go head to head.
Yeah, but you're talking about two competing entities. They both have promoters. They both have
Yeah.
probably competing tour agents and stuff like that coming together and sharing the profits. No, they want to tear down the other opponent. I don't think they would do that. I mean, there is a TV show called Versus where stuff like that happens, but those are for like medium.
They're making
like,
their name.
B's and C list celebrities. Like I haven't seen any A list celebrities on there like that. And diss tracks are a part of hip hop culture. It's just a part of it.
Hey, how about this? Why can't they just be nice and turn the other cheek?
No. That's not entertaining. That's not hip hop. And that's just what it is.
I think they all sound childish.
It may be a very childish industry, but that's what it is.
No, I just don't care.
Also, Poundcake did not call her Tater Swift, but that is a
But
great
he's not
name.
above it.
It's probably not. As soon as she is publicly involved with anything having to do with potatoes, he'd call her Tater Swift.
Hey, Alan Cox. Hey, the show. I haven't listened in years because I moved down to Austin, Texas from Akron, and I forgot how much I miss you guys, especially Poundcake and Wilhelmina. And over the break, I heard Mozgov for the first time in, like, years. God, I miss that so much. Anyway, I heard Poundcake segment about not tipping based on percentage but on amount of work. And I got to say, like, as morally bankrupt as the concept is, theoretically, he's right. Why would I pay somebody $2 to go pick up a $10 item, but I pay, $5 for them to go pick up a $40 item? Is that the math? I'm sure it's close. Don't get me wrong. Capitalism, it all needs to change. But conceptually, I think he's right. Anyway, hate the show, mega dildos, and all that.
Mega dildos to you, sir, down there in Austin. Poundcake's right, according to him. He begrudgingly gives you the credit, Cody.
I appreciate that. And, I mean, it's fine. You guys still think I'm wrong. I think I'm right.
I'm agnostic about it. I mean, it's your money and you should do what you want to with it. I was more interested in how you arrived at your conclusion.
Yep. But I thought that, like, who cares what big ticket high end item I got? Like, if I ordered one steak from Marble Room and, it's a $60, $70 steak, you had nothing to do with the preparation of the steak. You're just merely bringing it to me.
Is Marble Room on Uber Eats?
No, it's not, but I'm using that as an example.
Not to get me stuff from Marble Room steak.
I was going to say, I don't know. I don't know if they cut out the high end stuff.
I love the idea of doing a Marble Room steak, but having to eat it with plastic.
Right.
Well, and by the time it gets to you, it's going to be cold. And
Well, you have to let it rest in someone's car.
But like, you had nothing to do with the big ticket item. You're merely bringing it to me. Wow, you're appreciated, but I'm not going to pay you for a percentage of the steak.
But again, that's what wait staff is. They've just brought you the food.
No, that's not true. There's a level of customer service. If you think
But they've just brought you the food.
But if your server is just bringing you the food, your server's not doing their full job.
That's why some of them get tipped poorly.
And also, generally, if the place is a more expensive place, the level of service should reflect that.
And
that if you are paying those big high prices for food items, then your server usually is more attentive, more friendly, like they are more.
And the tip is included in the pay anyways. Like when you get your check, they already have it on there. Like
here's an example.
30% gratuity.
No, not if it's two people having dinner. Inherent gratuity. It's like parties of 6.
I've been to high-end okay, maybe it's not an Ohio thing, but out of state.
It's not an anywhere thing.
What? You've been out of state like 8 times.
We were just in Vegas, and it was me and Gwen having dinner. There was no 20% gratuity included. If it's a party of 6 or maybe 5, something like that, big parties, they go, tips already included. Anything on top you want to do.
Okay, maybe that's
There's
what it
no
was.
place that's putting 20% gratuity automatic on a party of 2.
They might give you the percentages on the receipt just so you don't have to do the math.
They do the math for you, yeah.
Okay.
I was at a fancy restaurant on Saturday night having dinner, and I was drinking club soda, and the guy was going around and he refilled my water with flat water, and I was just like, and then before I could even say anything, my server came over and he's like, that's not club soda, so he switched it out, and that's the kind of, and I just
They didn't give it to you in a different glass? Like a bar glass would look different than like the water glass?
They were just giving it to us in water glasses.
I see.
It was club soda, whatever.
Where
That's
did you
fine. Il Venetian. And I imagine the water's free. And they go,
Oh, God.
What?
I have to see him when he says things like that today. That's what makes
compliments of the house.
yeah.
And
The ice is extra. But
he got a nice little chuckle out of it.
a little chuckle.
Brian and I have
Il Venetian, fantastic, by the way.
we have the fanciest dinner we're ever going to have this far in our relationship planned for Friday because we're moving all my stuff in Thursday. So
in New York.
In New York.
Yeah.
It's a place called 11 Madison Park.
Mm-hmm.
He found it on one of his Anyone Who Eats Meat Are Terrorists documentaries that they have on Netflix. It's like this supposedly it was like the best rated restaurant in the country for years. And then they switched to an all vegetarian vegan menu a couple years ago, and they dropped from like first place to fourth. Like they only dropped a couple spots not having meat. And so he told me about it a couple months ago. And then when I got there, I got us a reservation for this upcoming Friday. And I will say, in Cody's defense, because it was insanely expensive, you have to pay for everything up front. It's a 10-course tasting menu. So you have to pay for everything up front. And then that like reserves your spots, no cancellations, no changes. So I'm like, these servers better be
What if you get diarrhea and you have
immaculate.
you just lose it?
Sorry about your luck. Find someone to
man.
come for you, but you cannot change this reservation. So I'm going into that like, we better get treated like friggin' royalty
And-
for
and you
the
do-
amount of money that this
And you
is
don't eat
costing.
for like 36 hours ahead of time.
Well, and that's the other thing. I told him, I was like,
What if you're not
10
hungry?
courses is a lot.
But it's,
Yes.
it's little pieces,
And
though.
that's
like,
what he was saying, that
Oh, it's very
in
small,
this
yeah.
documentary, he's like, each course is like a bite or two.
Yes.
Yeah, that it's like some of them are shared, some of them are not. But Cody, I was on your side where I was like, I'm telling you, I better be raised up on a platform.
That's going to be like the
Like-
restaurant in season 2 of The Bear that Richie worked at.
I didn't see that show.
Oh,
Yeah, going out, I have been better because I've been going on like dates lately, so I have been tipping better. But I don't order out anymore. Like I don't do any Uber Eats. I've cut that out completely.
look at you. Look at the growth.
It's a good way to save money too.
It's a good way to save money, but also I think about
Well, I don't have any fancy dinner on the docket.
You want to come with us?
I went to Red last night. So I did 2 fancy dinners
Who are
in a
you
couple
trying
days.
to impress?
One was a date and one was my buddy's moving to New York, and I wanted to have dinner with him before he left.
Good for you.